good and y'all can see me all right. All right, is how they said. All right. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm here. Hold on. All right, cool. Okay, you guys, so let's rock and roll. You know how we do. It's Sunday, and I just want to get a video out to you guys before the market open. You know, I'm always trying to give you guys something to think about. So today is going to be very important. I got a free strategy for you. So with this free strategy, I promise you, this particular strategy is going to be very unique from, let me caution to say, let me think of it like this. Hold on, y'all. And by the way, make sure you have something the right way. I'm cautioning how to say this correctly. So in all of my years of trading, even before I started trading Forex, I was trading binary options. Before binary options, I was trading options. Before in the stock market, before I was trading options in the stock market, I was trading stocks. And before that, I was doing real estate. And before that, I was doing restaurants. And before that, I was doing da 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 da. I have to be honest with you, as far as in my years of trading in the markets, nobody has ever given me this type of strategy. And for you guys, once you get this strategy, I expect you to implement it starting it today. And if you implement it today, I promise you your trading career will turn on in a whole different direction. Okay, a whole different direction. So with that being said, and I'm not trying to overpromise and underdeliver or however they say that, I'm just giving you hard facts, okay, on a strategy that's going to really help you get your career going in Forex, because Forex is a really tough business, highly emotional business. And if you're losing, it can be a very expensive business. But the moment you start looking at this particular strategy, you're going to find that, man, oh my goodness, where have you been all my life? And it was right there in front of your face, but you didn't see it. Okay. So with that being said, let's get started. First of all, let me tell you where this strategy came from. And my students, we had a conversation about this. Okay. Where it comes from is because I was talking, and I actually, if you guys watched the videos I did a prior video this week. If you haven't seen it, please go look at that video. I beg you guys, just go look at the video. Just go look at the video I did earlier this week. It was a heartfelt video, but there was a reason why I did it. Okay, I'm really trying to save y'all. All right, I really am. If you ain't figured that out by now, you ain't seen enough of my videos. This today's strategy is going to do that too. And I'm not trying to, I'm actually delaying because I see people still coming in, so I don't want to start right away. I'm waiting for a couple of more people to come in. They're still coming in. So let me tell you where the strategy came from, and then I will get to the strategy. So I ain't trying to bullcrap you. I'm just seeing people still trying to get in. Okay, so just be patient. But let me give you the history of where this strategy came from. The history of where the strategy came from. The other day when I was teaching class, I think it was Wednesday. I forgot what day it was, because I teach class for those who join our Simplicity system on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it's no cost, it's free. So while I was talking to my students, because I'm Hartman, and it's you know, our team, as I was talking to the team, we were discussing about, you know, this particular strategy. I shared it with them, and I'm just giving it away for you guys so you'll see how it works, because I really care about you, whether you joined our team or not. But I ain't giving you everything, but some things. But what happened was, my precious wife, like she sometimes do, while I'm teaching class in the morning, she want to make sure that I'm getting my water consumption. So she was bringing me in some ice water to drink, so while I'm teaching class. And she just so happened that came in while I was having a discussion with the students about spending so much time on the charts and away from your family, and how in this business, and I want you guys to really hear me good, Forex traders are trying to become entrepreneurs. And I was telling my students that years ago in Dallas, they had invited me to be a guest speaker for a room full of entrepreneurs. And they wanted me to come in and speak to them, and I did. And they thought, because of my years of experience of being and running all kinds of businesses, ever since I was in my 20s, I was an entrepreneur. And so they thought I was going to come in and talk about these different strategies, how to build, customer base and da 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 and da da da. They thought that I was going to talk about that. However, I'm also a certified life coach. I actually came in and talked to them about something totally different that they appreciated. And that was the fact that most entrepreneurs don't even realize. Everybody knows that the majority of divorces that take place, and this is going into the strategy, so just hang tight. Again, I still see a few more people trying to get in, then we'll get started momentarily, but just hear me good. And then you'll understand why this strategy is probably going to be the best one you've ever been given. So what I taught them was that during my research on relationships back a couple of years ago when they had asked me to come and speak, I researched the fact that everybody knows there's tons of divorces taking place. You hear that term, half of all marriages end in divorce. Practically, I think it's much higher now. But the fact is, when we did a breakdown of the numbers of the people who got divorced and why, do you know that entrepreneurs have the highest rate of divorce? It doesn't matter how rich they are. For an example, I was just reading the other day about Dr. Dre going through, and that he made it to be a billionaire, but he's getting a divorce. Jeff Bezos, richest person in the world, got divorced. You can go on down the line, and money doesn't matter. It doesn't keep a person in your life. So if money doesn't keep a person in your life, then there's a problem. And here's the problem. We all say as entrepreneurs that we're trying to do it for our families. But then if we make the money, we end up losing our families. Have you ever noticed that? Type of number 1 in the box. We almost getting started with the strategy, but just entertain me for a moment. And then you'll understand the strategy when I get into it. So type of number 1 in the box if you've seen that. There's tons of people who finally make it to their dream, and then they lose the ones they were doing it for. Okay? So good. So I see people are online. You're with me so far. So what happened was when I was discussing this with my students in class on why I made some transitions in my personal life when it comes to trading, and I began to use this particular strategy. Okay, there was a reason why I said that. She had walked in when I was talking to my students, and I said, good. And I wanted them to hear it from my wife personally. I said, babe, when I was learning Forex, how many years was I an absentee husband? And I just basically asked her the right question. I didn't want to sugarcoat nothing. I don't sugarcoat nothing with my students or team members. I don't sugarcoat nothing with the students. I asked her a blatant question because I wanted them to understand the point that I was trying to teach them about this particular strategy that I'm just giving away to you for free. And that is, she said that it was 3 years. Can you imagine being married? We had just literally this past Valentine's Day was our 7-year wedding anniversary. So that means for 3 of the 7 years, I was an absentee husband. How would you like to be married to somebody who's not there? You understand what I'm saying? And like I told my students, it was 3 years for her. But the truth is, even when I started migrating myself back into the relationship because of this Forex career, it was actually in another additional 1.5 years. So about 4.5 years, I know personally, because even when we were on dates or in movie theaters, like some of you guys, I was still always on my phone thinking about the charts more than I was thinking about anything else. Yep, there Leon, see, I told you one of the people, there he is. He said, yeah, he was in class when I said it, when my wife said it. See, I don't make this stuff up. He was in class. There goes a verification. There's a verification. So to hear my own wife tell me that I wasn't even there as a husband because of this Forex career, things had to change or else I was going to be divorced. And you're going through relationship problems, you're demanding people to support you and this and that, and they don't want to support you because they feel like you're not there. And here's the funny thing about the strategy I'm giving away for free. It's already began. I'm teaching you the strategy already. Give me a moment and get your pens out. See, I read comments too. And the problem is people be like, hurry up and give me the free strategy. That's your problem. So you're so in a hurry to get the strategy until you're not picking up on where the origin of the strategy is coming from. So when I give you the strategy, you'll understand why. But because of your impatience, this is the problem. You're not willing to be taught. You just want to hurry up and make some quick money, and you're expecting to make a full-time career out of something that you don't have the patience for. You guys understand what I'm saying? And your family is reaping the repercussions of your impatience. Because what happens is when you're failing in these charts, they suffer the consequence of your attitude, your this and that, your negative this and that. This is why this strategy is going to be one of the best ones you ever been given by anybody. I promise you it is. Because it's really going to really focus you on what you really need to focus on. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Okay. I'm a mentor and I'm a coach who cares about all of you, not just putting money in your pocket, but all of you. Because again, you can make all the money in the world with this and then lose everything. Okay. With that being said, all right, we got more people who have joined in, which is what I told you guys I was waiting on. I was actually making sure to kind of talk to you guys because I wanted to get more people in. There's going to be thousands of people who watch this later, but this is enough for now. So get your pens up. Here is the strategy. Students who were in class, this is going to be a recap for you. Hope you don't mind me sharing it with the public, and that's okay. But you and I both know how important this strategy is, so I know you wouldn't mind me giving this one away, okay? Kenya, nice to meet you all the way from Kenya. Isaac, nice. All right, here we go. Pens up. This is going to be quick. It's going to be quick. Write down in a vertical line 2, 1, 4. Okay. Write it down like the area code in Dallas, 214 area code, but don't write it sideways, or it's up to you. You can write it 214, that's fine, but put a space between it. So whether you write it vertical or horizontal, it's up to you, but just make sure there's a space between it. 214 area code, okay? Just remember that. It's like an area code in Dallas, 214. So it's called the 214 strategy. Here it is. It's free, and I promise you it will work on any trading system you choose and this and that, but that's not the point. So next to number 2, write down this simple fact. And you will find that most successful Forex traders or stock market traders all have this 214 in common. That's why I said it was right there in your face, but you didn't see it. Okay. 2 stands for only use 2 strategies. Write that down, please. This is going to change your career. 2 strategies. 2. Why do I say 2? Here's the reason why. Because the markets tend to do 3 things, but you don't have to chase all 3. The markets do 3 things. The markets go up, they go in a trend, they do a reversal, or they go sideways. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's all the markets ever do. Now, along that journey, they will jump up and down. This is why scalpers have such a hard time trading, and they lose most of the money. Do you know, by the way, in my opinion, the ones who trade out of all the different ways of trading, binary options, stocks, options, and Forex, do you know the ones who have, in my opinion, the highest rate of losses? It's those who scalp. Did you know that? Now, do you know that the highest strategy as far as for traders who come into the Forex market, guess what their strategy is? Scalpers. I told you this is going to be good. I told you this is going to be worth your while. I told you. Curtis says scalp and be scalped. Yep. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. I'm giving you facts. You just go look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. Okay, look it up yourself. I told you this is going to be a hot strategy. You're never going to forget it because I'm going to keep it simple. Again, out of the traders who come to Forex, the top number of traders, as far as percentage wise, are always coming in as scalpers. Do you know that that's the highest range of traders who lose the most is scalpers? And you're coming in trying to be a scalper. Think about it. Ask yourself how many professional traders have scalping as their all-time strategy. Think about it. You want to be a full-time professional trader, but you don't want to do what professional traders do because you're in a hurry and you want that quick money. And you're hurting yourself, family. So this 2-on-4 strategy is going to bless your soul. So 2 stands for 2 strategies. So again, recap, the market does 3 different types of movements overall. It will trend up, it will do a reversal, and then it can go sideways. Or let me rephrase that. It can trend in any direction. It can trend up, trend down, of course. So the market goes in a trend. It can go sideways, consolidation, or it reverses, does reversals, okay? Do you guys get that? So it does 3 moves. The one I don't want you chasing, write this down. This is not part of the 2-1-4, just put it under notes, special notes on the bottom. Put, I don't recommend chasing consolidated markets. Why? Because most people look at it from a short time frame, not from the higher time frame, and therefore they don't draw up where the channel trading is. That's called channel trading, where it's just basically it's bouncing up and down within a channel. The problem is most people in the markets, going back to what I said, most people do not do what? Look at the markets from a professional standpoint. They look at it from a scalper's mentality. Therefore, you don't know where you are in the middle of the channel. Therefore, when it's chopping, going up and down during that consolidation, you don't know whether you're taking a scalp in the direction where it's supposed to be bouncing up or bouncing down because you have never looked at it from the higher time frames. You don't do your analysis like professionals from the higher time frames. Therefore, you don't know where you're getting caught at in the middle of that scalp if you're not a professional scalper. Do you see why scalpers are losing more than anybody else? Okay, so with that being said, hear me good. I want you guys, as far as your 2-1-4 strategy, number 2 means two strategies. The first one is taking trades with the trend. You know the old term, the trend is your friend. The only way you're going to know what the trend is you got to go to the higher time frames, whether it's the 4-hour or the daily or both. And then you scale down to whatever time frame you want to enter. Now, we have our own way of doing it. I'm not going to share all that on here because this is free. You want the hours, then come and join us, okay? Everything ain't, I ain't going to give you everything, okay? But go to the higher time frames and see what the direction the trend is, and then drop to the lower one with whatever system you're trying to use and do your thing, okay? The other is reversals, okay? Now, everybody can't do reversals because they don't understand when and what to look for, okay? But if you do, then take reversal trades. Stay away from consolidation. So again, 2 stands for simple 2 strategies. Why am I starting off with that? I'll tell you why. Because if your journey, and I'm asking you guys a question for a response, if your journey was tough like mine's, in your mind, you have been taught 50 to 100 different strategies, 50 to 100 different ways of trading. If that is happening to you, type a number 5 in the box. I want to make sure I'm on point with this. Perfect. I'm seeing them 5s roll in. This is why I'm telling you guys to narrow this down. Your family is going to really appreciate you by the end of this class today. So sit tight. Don't be rushing. Hurry up. What's the rest of it? Sit tight. That's your problem. You're too anxious. Sit your butt still. If somebody gonna give you something free, don't you ever demand something from them because you ain't paying for it. So be patient. Learn to wait and be patient. You want the strategy, but you don't want the philosophy behind it. And that's part of your problem with your strategy you've been given. You get these strategies, but you really don't understand them. And so you go with a live account, you blow it, you get mad, and you do the same thing. Did you even stop to read the manual that the provider gave you? No, you didn't. You're too impatient. Relax. This is why the 2 is going to work for you, because the problem is you have to declutter your mind. To be honest with you guys, for many of you guys, if your journey was like me, to be honest, and I'm being very honest, I had so many strategies taught to me in my head until I honestly couldn't tell you which one actually would have worked and which one didn't, because I was strategy hopping just like you guys. Every moment, something popped in my email. There I go, chasing the strategy. So a new YouTube video came out. Oh, there I go, chasing another strategy. And by the time the week began, I had at least 5 or 6 new strategies in my head. And not a single one of them that I even test out for a week or two to figure out which one actually would have worked. Type in number 7 if you've done that before and you're doing it now. This is why this 214 strategy is going to bless your soul. You have not even tested any of these strategies. There you goes to 7. See, I want to always make sure I'm on point. And how am I saying this? Because I'm a trader. I've been through it. I'm not coming on this camera trying to talk like I done made it and with ease. I've been through it. I've done these mistakes. That's why this 214 going to bless you. And the problem with the 214, not the problem, but the blessing is with just the 2 alone. If you tuned out right now, this 2 already gave you a blessing. I'm going to tell you why. Because some of you guys, the reason you're spending so many hours upon your charts, marking them up, is because you have so many ideas in your head on how to look at them. So you don't know which one to use. So now you blending all of them together and you still coming out confused and broke. Come on now. I told you this 214 is going to be powerful. I told you this 214 ain't nobody even taught this to you and nobody wanted to teach it to you. I told you this. I told you, and we just on the 2. We ain't got to the 14 yet. I told you this is going to be the best strategy you ever got. You was expecting me to run to the charts like all the other people do and give you a new strategy. Give me a new, see, that's what you did. That's why you screwing your Forex career up. Because you're already doing that. You every week, probably before you got to me, you was already online. Somebody emailed you a new strategy, or you saw something on YouTube, a new strategy, and you're burning your pockets up. The 2 stand for just pick 2 strategies and stay in a demo account and test them. And only look for what? Trending trades and reversals. Everybody got that? Okay. So that's the 2. Let's move on to the 1 because it's 214. You only need to use one solid trading system. Now, you could use more than that, but for now, just stick with 1. Again, the problem is, like I was doing, every time a new indicator came out, I was buying it. See, I wasn't thieving like some of y'all, trying to see who you can steal from. On scouring these internet sites, trying to see who you can steal from. Now realizing when you download these free indicators, sometimes they attach a virus so that they can scan your computer. And you thought you got a free indicator and they got all access to your computer. You better stop all that. God ain't gonna bless you when you're a thief. You hear what I'm saying? Stop thieving. Purchase a trading system, a tried and true, provided evidence, and whatever it is. And then stick with 1. Why? Because it goes back to the principle of what I said with all these strategies. You have 50 strategies in your head and 50 indicators on your charts. And you're so confused, you spending hours upon hours upon hours alone to these charts for nothing. And it's because you got too much going on. You're not simplifying your strategy. You're not simplifying your approach to the markets. Or you understand, if you're guilty of that, type a number 6 in the box. I want to make sure that you're with me because I was guilty of that. That's why it took me so long to find success, because I was, they say that, you can take, like in religion, I'll just use religion. They say all roads leads to God. And if that's the case, why we got so many people who's confused about God? If all roads, see, you can't take all roads to get to one destination. If you're on the freeway going to your house, you can't just take all exits and expect to get to your destination. There's only one exit that will take you to your destination off that freeway. 1. Therefore, 2 strategies, one trading system. At least give it a try. One. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have too much on your charts. It's too busy. And if you ever look at any professional Forex trader, watch what I'm saying. Y'all can disagree. You can say, oh, I don't believe in all that. That's fine. But watch any professional Forex trader who have posted charts and they've been on there for a long time. Look at their charts and you tell me if their charts ain't simplified. They don't have 50 indicators on their charts. They ain't switching between chart after chart after chart with all these new indicators on it. They don't do that. You do, but they don't. So if you're trying to be a professional trader, you must take the road that professional traders do. They don't have 50 different strategies at one time. They don't have 50 different indicators on their charts. They don't have 50 different trading systems. They have a tried and true one to make their money. Now, if they're like us, we build indicators and stuff like that. Yes, I will use something else to test it out. But if I'm trying to make my money just to pay my bills, I'm going back to the one that I know. I'm not going to keep trying something different because you're confused. It's like trying to date 50 different people at one time and you talking about, well, I'm finna marry one of them. Well, which one? I don't know yet. Exactly. You know why you don't know? Because you're so entangled, I'm using that term, entangled with so many different relationships until you don't know which one to love. You're confused. It's the same thing with these charts. All right, last one, 4. So 2, just a recap, 2 means 2 strategies. 1 means 1 trading system, and 4 is the blessing. 4 simply stands for pick you 4 pairs and leave the rest of them alone, family. You want to know why you spend so many hours upon hours upon hours upon hours marking up charts? It's because you're trying to trade too many pairs. Now, hear me out before you tune me out on this one. Oh, okay, I got my 214. No. Let me share this one. This is the most important one of all. This is the most important. When you're trying to find somebody that you would call your quote unquote soulmate, or watch this, business partner in Forex. Watch what I'm saying. Don't tune me out because you're going to miss the blessing. I'll use business partners. If you're ever trying to start a business and you need business partners, you can't just take everybody as your business partner. You got to make sure that the business partners go and fit what your goals are for the business. Therefore, you are more compelled to screen out those who don't belong in your world as you're trying to build a business. Type an amen in the box if that makes sense. You can't just take, oh, well, they want to be my business partner. Okay. They want to be my business partner. Okay. You got to understand that these Forex currency pairs, their job is to become your business partner. So you're trading the charts, but they're trading you currently. They're not your business partner. But the thing is that you want these currency pairs to become your business partner. Why? Because without them, you're not making money. And without you, they can't give you money. So it becomes a partnership. I look at you, I do an analysis on you, I trade you, and majority of the time I should be winning from you. So you have just become my what? Financial business partner. And some of you guys are chasing all 28 pairs plus everything else with high spreads. You all over the place. So you got 50 strategies, 50 different trading systems, and 28 plus trading pairs. And you wonder why you're confused. I told you this was going to be the best strategy you ever got. I told you. I told you. I told you. You have to pick 4 pairs, 4 basic pairs that you feel comfortable with that can become your financial business partner. Because that's what Forex is supposed to do. It's supposed to be putting money in your pocket. Currently, it's taking money out of your pocket. You want to know why? Because you're not choosing business partners wisely. You're just looking at the charts and anything that flies past you that look like it's a good setup, you running for it, and you don't even understand how that currency pair moves AKA, I'll give you a free one that I don't fool with too often. The CAD Swiss. I teach my students that every single week. No, I don't fool with it. It ain't my cup of tea. If you're a scalper, it might be your flavor. It might be a perfect pair for a scalper. See, what makes it such a special pair? That's exactly the point. So you haven't spent time enough with any of these currency pairs to really understand how they move and how they work. Just like you didn't spend enough time with any of your trading systems to find out which one actually would work over a period of time. You took 2 trades off of it. You didn't follow them. You didn't even read the rules of how to use it. You lose 2 trades and then you on to the next one. Going back to the 214, the number 2, you got 50 strategies in your head. You don't know which one works. So you got 50 strategies. You don't know which one of them work. You got 50 chart patterns and trading systems. You don't know which one of them work. And you're trading 28 plus pairs and you don't know how they move. Do you see why you're failing? I told you this is going to be the best trading strategy you ever had. Why? Because it takes your mind away from the charts and it takes you to the world of, am I really on the road to becoming a professional trader? And the answer is no. The truth will set you free. I told you, I love you enough to give you truth. I don't want you making the mistakes I did. And I'm willing to confess that I did all of these things. That's why this is such a powerful strategy. Because as of today, you should never go back to what you were doing before. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm being very transparent and honest because my journey, I keep telling y'all, I had such a painful journey. But part of it was my fault because of this thing that I was doing and that you're currently doing. And if you step away from the charts and you just sit back at the end of this video and you say, you know what, dang it, that brother show is over, he's right. It's like he's in my house looking at what I'm doing. Type a number 4 in the box if I'm telling the truth. See, I'm going to bring truth to you. Yes, we have a trading system. You see it right behind you. But the truth is, okay, whether you come or don't come, I'm still going to tell you the truth about the journey because it's not for everybody. Everybody is not willing to listen. Everybody is not willing to take heed to wisdom. You know what the Bible called people who don't take heed to wisdom? Fools. You've been a fool. Now, let me say this. I'll tell you this. You're not a fool yet because a fool is a person who knew and then they didn't take heed. As of today, with the 214 strategy, and I'll get to the 4 one more again because I'm going to tell you how to pick the trading pairs. Okay, so hang tight. But a fool is a person who heard the truth and they refuse to abide by it. They ignore it. So right now, you're not a fool. But at the end of this video, when I am done, if you still go back to what you were doing, you are a doggone fool. Then you are considered a fool. Because you're hearing the truth and your heart is telling you this brother is actually telling the truth. My God, he's on point. Your heart will tell you whether I'm telling the truth or not. And if you continue doing what you're doing, then that's on you. Now, here's how you select your 4 pairs. Notice what I said when it came to the CAD JPY. I said I would not trade the CAD, I'm sorry, not CAD JPY, CAD Swiss, CAD CHF, okay? Look at that pair. Let me just use this one as an example because people always say, well, which ones do you choose? I can't tell you which ones I choose because you have to choose trading pairs or business. You have to trade business partners that you feel comfortable with, not that I feel comfortable with. You got to feel comfortable with them. And how do you get comfortable with them? Based on your trading style. See, everybody can't trade like me because they don't have the patience. They don't want to put their stop losses at where I put mine and this and that, which is fine. That's why we have a couple of strategies. We won't give you 50 of them. We'll give a couple of them so that if you're this type of trader, okay, cool. If you're this kind of trader, cool. And if you're this kind of trader, cool. Okay. But again, we don't give you 500 different strategies in the tutorials. We give you about 3 or 4. That's about it. 3 or 4, because it depends on your type of personality. I traded binary options for a long time, 30 seconds at a time. You better be accurate. You putting all this money on the line and this 30 seconds, a decision in 30 seconds, man, that's cold. Scalpers, that's scalping to the 500th degree. And scalpers, you're not too far behind that. So you got binary options, 30 seconds, 1 minute trading. Then you got scalpers trading off the 1 minute, 5 minute charts. You see what I'm saying? If that's your thing, ain't nothing wrong with it. But that means you better find pairs that's going to match your personality. AKA CAD Swiss. It spikes all over the place. Maybe that's what you like. You want something that spikes real quick to make that quick money. If that's your personality, then go find 4 pairs that will fit your personality and your strategy. I don't like trading like that because I have to sit in front of my computer, scared to go to my bathroom and go pee, and my bathroom's right there. Scared to get my butt out the chair. Why? Because it's moving so quick. Me, not my thing. Because when I'm done with this video, I already told my wife, it's so beautiful outside, it's bright and shiny. She's out going for a walk to give me time to do this video to help y'all. See, thank you, my wife. She gave me this time to help y'all for free. But when it's done, I told her, hey, babe, we jumping in my new car and we're going for a ride. And if I'm in a trading pair, I can't be sitting up there scared to go for a ride with my wife. CAD Swiss is not one that's going to fit my personality. There is nothing wrong with the CAD Swiss. It doesn't fit what? Write this down. My personality. The question is, what is your personality? What is your trading style? Going back to the 214, do you see why the 214 is going to be one of the most powerful tools you've ever had in your artillery? Because you never identified what your trading style is because you got so many different trading indicators. You have so many different trading strategies. And you're trading all 28 pairs. You never sat down to figure that out. Isn't this amazing? And you've been trading all this time and it just never dawned on you that maybe you need to scale back and simplify. And then pick pairs that really does fit who you are. And watch the blessing. Watch this. The blessing of just 4 pairs is that you're not spending all your, listen. Think about it. If you're only chasing 4 pairs, then how much time do you really need to mark up your charts if you're only marking up 4? Do you see what I'm saying? The people who got this idea and they really understood it, they will mark up their charts and say, okay, if it goes in this direction, then guess what? All I have to do is wait for this setup. Then they came and bought our scanner system, and when it's in a buy signal or a sell signal, they looked at the sell signal or the buy signal, and even if it goes with, because you can adapt it to your strategy. And the moment it matched their strategy, they took their trade. See, you're not spending so much time, because your life is simplified. And when that happens, watch what I'm saying and we're done. You wonder why professional Forex traders move on to start other businesses. Because when they took on this concept, the amount of hours they were dedicating to the charts no longer exist. And their time has just been given back to them. And as a result, they found that I have a lot more time to spend with my family. I have a lot more time to spend on building other businesses and dreams that I really wanted to work on. Because I've been giving 6, 7, 8. I even heard somebody email me the other day saying, thank you for our trading system, because this person said I used to spend 14 hours a day on charts. And before you say, oh, that's excessive, well, hold on. Don't point fingers, because think about it. Even when you're not on the charts, are you still thinking about them? Even when you're out and about, are you still staring at your MT4 on your phone? See, before you point fingers at somebody else, think about how many waking hours you're thinking about these charts. Even when you're not on the charts, you closed your laptop or your desktop and you still got it on your phone, you monitoring, and every few minutes. See how addictive you are So before you talk about this person with 14 hours worth on them charts, how many hours you been thinking about the charts every day? Yesterday was Saturday. Were you still thinking about the charts? Now do you see the power of the 214? Just 2 strategies, family, 1 trading system, and 4 pairs. Start with that, and you're going to see a huge change in your trading career. Okay? Now, last but not least, if you guys do want to join us and you want our trading system, that's fine. Our classes, the classes I teach, are free every week, Tuesday and Wednesdays. They are recorded for playback. But again, I like if you can be there, because I actually get to really personally talk to you. Because I do talk to each one of the students who have a question, or they just want to say hi, whatever. I actually sit back and we chill in that class. So I get to talk to you, and teach you and coach you and, give you the real nuggets. This stuff I'm doing on here is free stuff, but, I give you the real nuggets to help you really get your career in the right direction. Okay. So anyway, if you do, go ahead and sign up today. That gives you enough time to go through the tutorials and be prepared for Tuesday's class. And I will see you in class on Tuesday. Okay. Also, make sure if you need a scanner, because that's a huge one. People who bought the scanner, they found that thing is beyond a blessing. Because once you figure out what pairs you want to trade, even if you say, okay, Uncle P, I'm cool, I get it with the 214, but I like 6 pairs. Fine. Here's the biggest blessing about the scanner. The scanner is going to bless your soul. Why? Because what's going to happen is, instead of you having 6 pairs at the bottom of your chart, which will only allow you to have it on 1 time frame, you can upload those 6 pairs onto the scanner and choose multiple time frames, and it will send the alert to your phone when there's a buy or sell opportunity, and you can use it. And it comes with a free, actual free trading system. Okay, it's called Easy Pips. We developed that. It comes free with the scanner. So you actually get a free trading system. It's called Easy Pips with the scanner. But if you want to combine that or use it with a strategy you have, which, going back, okay, whatever you say, keep it simple. If you have a strategy you already have, marking up the trend lines, if you use the market makers method, this and that, and this, the scanner is going to help you, because you can actually just load the pairs you want to watch, 4 to 6 pairs, whatever you decide, put it on there, and you can select 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour. It goes all the way from 1 minute to the weekly charts. And you can decide which time frame you want it to send alerts on. You can shut off the ones you don't. But the cool part about it, you can be out and about. After you've done your analysis on the 4 pairs that you have, and if you push it and you say, I want to do 6, fine. The time is going to be given back to you, because you only got 4 to 6 pairs to mark up and look at. Then you're just simply waiting for the scanner to send you an alert to say, okay, opportunity pops. And guess what? You can take them trades while you're at the mall or at dinner. See, time has been given back to you. That's why you don't see us living on the charts as professionals. Okay? Can simplicity work with a Mac? Yes, it can. I'm a Windows computer user, and I'm just being honest. My son, he trades. He uses Mac computers, but I think you're going to have to use either a VPS or a what do they call it, a parallel, whatever those things is, but a lot of people in the group, they use Macs. I'm not a Mac user, so I know it works, because we have tons of people in the group who use Mac computers. Me personally, I'm a Windows-based person, because Windows is more open source, so you don't have to jump through so many hoops. Okay, but either way it goes, yes, it does work. Okay, on either or. Okay, all right, you guys, I'm going to go hang out with my wife. Type a number 2 in the box if this was helpful. Yeah, parallel. Richard said parallel. Okay. So type a number 2 in the box if this was a blessing for you. This 214 strategy. Okay. And by the way, what I want you to do, email me, shoot us an email. I want to see how many people at the end of the week. I want to just see if it helps you with your trading career, and to give you back your time so that your family is not angry with you and wanting to leave you because you're spending so much time on the charts. I want to just know that, you know what I mean? I don't really care what your strategy was or what system. I just want to know, was it a blessing for you and your family because you're giving them back time with you? I'm telling you, it was a horrible thing that I was away from I'm telling you, I wasn't with her. I wasn't with her. I was an absentee husband. But I will tell you this, my wife, she said, I didn't give a big fuss about that because I knew you were working on your dream and that you was going to make it. But see, that's a blessing for me. But to be honest with you guys, that's not working for some of you guys in your home, Right now, as I'm speaking, you know, some of you guys, there's arguments going on about you not being there. You're physically there, but you're not there. And you know what? That they're telling the truth. So let me leave you with one more blessing. When a person is telling you the truth, stop arguing with them. Because some of you guys, you're trying to defend a point that you know is actually true. You know for real. Now, this is trader to trader. You know for real that you really haven't actually been there. You're physically there, but your mind is on the charts. You're married to the charts, and your family has become your side chick. You know that's the truth. So when they're telling you, hey, we're not spending quality time together, please take heed, because it's nothing worse than becoming a professional trader finally, and then your whole family is gone. Okay? All right. That's love. All right. So send us an email to superezforex@gmail.com at the end of the week. Let me know about this 214 strategy, whether it helped you or not. I'm always really caring about the person. Okay. Eventually, Forex is just like that. Eventually, you stay around it long enough, like any job you take on, eventually it's going to click once you simplify. But the problem is, by the time that click happens, you probably lost your family like many entrepreneurs do. I don't want that. Okay. All right, you guys. Peace.